because I knew that it's a very relevant aspect for us to learn how to manage anger. Sometimes the children react in ignorance, they react out of anger too, they react out of certain things that might push them. And we too, from our own angle, out of stress from work, out of pressure, out of some emotional situations we might be going through, we might be forced to react in ways that will not be healthy for the child. So it's very important because they mirror the emotional environment around them. It's also very important for us to learn how to manage anger and stress, because if we handle it harshly, if we get angry at the children in the wrong way and we handle it harshly when there is a misunderstanding, the child can become wounded. The child can become wounded. The child can become bitter. We find some children grow with a lot of bitterness in them from home. And sometimes it a long-term psychological effect. We find children growing up will not be being happy. Psychological problem in future. It also helps us to build emotional safety, build confidence in the child, make the child learn how to respect and how to love, because that is what you teach the child to do. Understanding anger and stress is very important for us to understand our emotions. It's a very natural emotion. It just comes. You don't employ it from somewhere. It's something that is, and it becomes harmful when back. And stress often fuels anger and impatience. Sometimes we are stressed out by the workloads we have in the office, at our job places. We've had a stressful day and we come home, a child behaves in a certain way that we think is not right. We just vent it out on the child in a very negative way, which is very bad. And so some common triggers that we need to know about anger, things that trigger this emotion, is fatigue. When issues come up between us and the children, we are tired, we must be wise in the way we handle it. Financial issue. Money, there's no money at hand. Maybe the children need school fees. Maybe they need school needs. Maybe they need breakfast in the morning, and they keep asking, they keep reminding you. Because children can be persistent when they want their needs to be met. So when this happens, sometimes we can be pushed. We can be pushed to react in a very negative way. Disrespect. Sometimes children can disrespect us. We may feel disrespected or slighted by the way they talk back to us, or even overwhelmed by the situations that we are through. So some of these are triggers, some of the things that trigger that and make us frustrated, make us so worried, make us so sad in our spirit, and make us react in a negative way. And then recognizing these triggers helps us to be able to pause before reacting. When a situation comes up between you and the child, the teacher and the child, the parent and child, the leader and the child, it is very important for us to pause. Stop, think before you talk. Stop, reflect on how best to react before you react to that situation. Why? Because there is a lot of power in pausing. That brief moment of silence gives you enough time to think. You take a deep breath, you count to 10, or you step aside briefly. These are ways of pausing. I usually sometimes count 1 to 10 in my heart. When I'm so hot, I will just stop and count 1 to 10. By the time you get to the number 10, you realize that the more you're approaching that number, the calmer you become. Remember that you are an adult. I must always remember that I am an adult. And so our level of thinking and reflection is not the same with the children's level of thinking and reflection. So when I, as the adult, I am calm, I am teaching them how to be calm. And so when they too are reacting, they will learn how to be calm. When they're interacting with their friends outside, they will learn how to be calm when situations come up, because they simply reflect what they have seen in you, the adult who is leading them. And then we must learn how to respond. You don't just react. We should respond to the situation. We are going to see more of this as we go on. You must respond to the situation at hand instead of just reacting. We pause in the bridge between harm and healing. We must pause so that there will be time to reflect on how to handle it so that you don't harm the child, you don't hurt the child. And if in case you had already reacted, you must think